Hi there, this is Elizabeth Rocha with Fuego Fit Nation. I'm gonna go ahead and share with you how to put together a crock pot beef stew recipe. Okay, so I have all my ingredients here. I have my beef stew, I have my chopped up tomatoes, onions, green bell pepper, red bell pepper, and I used half of the bell peppers. Make sure you de-seed them. And I chopped them up in like little squares. And you can either use medium tomatoes. I used 2 Roma tomatoes. And then you also want to have some potatoes. You can do 2 potatoes. I did 4 red potatoes and I chopped them up pretty nicely. And so what you also need is some beef broth. Now, when making this crock pot meal, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the ingredients in the bag except the beef broth. I will add half a cup to a cup of beef broth once I place all the ingredients inside of the crock pot. Now, don't forget to use a crock pot liner so that you have a fast, easy cleanup after you guys have all your meal. Okay, so again, what I'm going to do with the beef stew is I will cut it up. You know, I cut it up smaller pieces, but this seems to be a pretty good size. And so I'm not going to mess with cutting up the beef broth or cutting up the beef stew, okay? Sorry for all that noise going on in the background. This is why I like to make these meals ahead of time, to be honest with you. Because during the week, it's super busy. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm gonna just add all the beef stew down at the bottom of the bag first. And as you can see, I labeled the bag before I add any ingredients because it's so much easier to write on the bag. I put, you know, the date and also what kind of meal is in this bag. That way when you store it in the freezer and you're ready to prepare your meal and put it in the crock pot, you know what meal you want to have. And now, so I have the beef stew. I'm gonna add I'll add the potatoes next, okay? Look at that. And then I'm gonna add the veggies. And the great part about this is that it might take a little bit of time to put, you know, everything together, to go grocery shopping, cut up your vegetables, and the cleanup, it gets messy, but you know what? This right here is gonna save you so much time during the week. Now, what this recipe also requires is for some soy sauce. You can also do some aminos, and you wanna add half a cup of the soy sauce. So let me go ahead and measure that out here. And I'll add that to the meal, but I will not add the beef broth until I put the meal inside the crock pot. That way the bag isn't all huge and stuff, and you can flatten it out with all your other crock pot meals that you'll have in the freezer. Now, there you go. That's it. That's all you have to do for this beef stew meal. So again, this is beef stew. It's 1.5 pounds. Now, if you want to add some more, you can. You can add some more vegetables. If you want to add more carrots, you can. Again, I used 2 carrots, sliced them up, half an onion, chopped that up too, green bell pepper, red bell pepper, and then I'm gonna add the beef broth. Once it's ready to go in the crock pot, you want to make sure that you cook it on low for 6 to 8 hours, and then just keep it on warm until you're ready to serve it. What I'm gonna serve it with is with some couscous. You could do some quinoa or some brown rice or some white rice or some Spanish rice. Totally up to you. So again, I hope that you enjoy this meal. You know, great job, you know, wanting to create something like this for your family. I'm gonna tell you, this cuts back so much stress during dinner time, especially when you are busy attending to your kids or to your family, or you've had a long work day and the last thing that you're thinking about is cooking. So guess what? Let the crock pot do the cooking for you. All you have to do is take some time to plan your meals, put them together, and then you just worry about the cleanup, and the cleanup during dinner time will be so much more easier because all you have to worry about is, you know, cleaning out the liner and cleaning out the table, and you'll be good to go. Again, hope you enjoy this meal. Again, if you have any questions, this is Elizabeth Rocha with Fuego Fit Nation. Send me a message or email me at elrocha04@gmail.com. Have a great one, everyone. Bye-bye.